watch out for the guys when they start coming in the building with the dog. And I'm gonna shut up now so you can watch. I was like,
welcome to Everyone's Laredo. I'm America, and today we're here with the Laredo Police Department K9 unit, seeing how it is that they find fugitives, doing man tracking. No, girls, that does not mean finding a guy. That actually means that is what it's called when they are looking for a fugitive. Well, I'm here with...
I'm Officer San Miguel, Rolando San Miguel.
And...
I'm Officer Jose Hinojosa.
Okay, and what is it that you're going to be showing me today?
Well, today we're going to actually, there's several things that our dogs do, but today we're going to show you our tracking. It's if a suspect runs into the brush, or if a suspect commits a burglary or something, and our dogs are trained to track the suspects and apprehend them. Now, another thing we do that is very important, I know you've been seeing a lot of bite work, is the obedience. Now, the obedience is very important because it comes to play out in the real world.
Okay.
So we need to do a lot of obedience. And our philosophy is for every bite work we do, we need to do 5 obediences. Okay, so we're just going to show you real quick also our obedience that we do with our canines.
Okay, so that means they're nicer more than they bite.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, or
then
they pay attention more than they do bite.
Okay, I think I'll be okay today.
I think you will. Another thing we're going to do today that we're going to show you is building search.
Okay.
Okay, if there's a suspect flees into a building or an abandoned house or something, then we'll send our dogs in. The dogs should locate you, let us know where you're at while we secure the rest of the residents or the rest of the building, and then we'll do what we have to do to apprehend them.
Okay, am I going to be the fugitive there too?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Full meal deal.
Okay. What is your part in this?
I'm one of the agitators.
Okay.
I help out Officer San Miguel with the canines, and like he said, right, our dogs they have to obey every command that we give them. Sometimes when a suspect is running and he stops, there's no threat anymore.
Okay.
We have to call our dogs back, and that comes into play with the obedience that we train with our dogs.
As you see, there's 5 flags set out.
Okay.
You see them?
Yes, I see 4.
There should be 5. Yeah. There's 5 flags out there. Of course, like anything else, there's a beginning and there's an ending, right?
Okay.
So our beginning point is going to be on this side. Okay, and for certification purposes, we need to do 2 left turns, 2 right turns, and about face.
Okay.
You know, the dog needs to be able to go down. We need to be able to walk away for a certain amount of minutes and stuff like that. So you'll see all that right now, okay?
The dog does.
The dog yes, and it's called the canine team, which is the dog and the handler. Okay, both are one team. Okay, so they're gonna begin here at this side, and they're gonna end on that side. Okay, but you'll see the cords. It's gonna be a left turn, right turn, about face, and they're gonna come back. And they're gonna do a sit for a minute and a half, and then they're gonna do a down on the other side for 3 minutes.
Okay.
And at the end of it, we reward them with their toy. And that's their reward.
And at all times, the dog is supposed to be right here with you. And that's the reason that we emphasize too much on the obedience part, because on the real world, we can't have our dogs running around all over.
Yeah.
Because we are liable for those dogs. If they do something without us giving the command, if they bite someone, just because we are liable. And it's very important. People might say, why these the officers certified with these animals, right? With the dogs. Well, because when we go to court, that's the first thing that comes out. When were you certified on the bite work? When were you certified on the narcotics? And we have to show the court that, okay, on this particular day, I was certified. My dog was certified in narcotics. He was certified in obedience. He was certified in tracking, building search, item search. That's the reason that we certify.
Okay, and let me ask you one question. Do the dogs, do they stay in the precinct? Do they live with you? How does that work?
We take them home.
You take them home.
Yes.
So it's a ton of responsibility to have these dogs. It's not just like any old pet.
No. This is Officer Gustavo Rodriguez.
Hi. How you
doing?
He was
Hi.
the one. He was the officer responsible for getting our dogs those bulletproof vests.
Okay. And where is it that you got the vest from? Did they come from an out-of-town organization?
Yes, I submitted an application through Vested Interest in Canine. I think they're out of Massachusetts.
Good.
And it just required some paperwork, and I'll work with the dog and duty work with the canine.
Very nice.
And
He actually took measurements of all our dogs.
I was about to ask that. Did you get did you have to submit how many canines you have and how many vests you need?
We have 11 canines, so I submitted for all canines. Took pictures while at work and off work. Dogs playing at home with the officers, and I have to measure them, all of them, and all. I mean,
There was some kind of criteria that we have to follow, that Officer Rodriguez had to follow in order for us to qualify
Yes.
to get these vests for our dogs.
Very good. And how often do you all get a new canine officer?
Whenever there's an opening.
Whenever there's a need?
yeah,
How does that work?
Like, as a matter of fact, right now we have an officer that he's going to be promoted to investigator. Unfortunately, he cannot stay with us because all the canine officers they have the rank of patrolman. It's a particular officer. He's going to go into the detective section, which means that there's going to be an opening for a canine handler.
Okay.
And there's a list of officers that put in, and they have to have some kind of the sergeant looks for some specifics in order for you to be a canine handler.
This is Officer Frank Estrada.
oh, he snaps.
Hi.
Yes, he snaps at you. So.
He was the one that was barking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very verbal dog.
I'll be over here.
Like I said, in anything, there's a beginning point, right? There's a starting and ending point. So right now, he's going to go ahead and start it. Want to just do the obedience real quick?
Look, the dog is always looking at him.
Yeah,
That's the way.
noticed that because he was barking like crazy in the truck, and I went up there and I'm like, he's like, no, don't mess with me, I'm doing my thing. I like the girl dog better. I should have brought biscuits for the dogs.
Spring Branch, Texas. We go there for 3 weeks.
Oh.
We stay there with 3 weeks. For 3 weeks. The first couple of days, we the vendor tells us very little obedience.
Okay.
More like the dog is gonna be knowing you. You're gonna be knowing your dog, and that's how
He
you get
starts
that,
getting that.
that attachment with the handler. That's the reason we train over there for 3 weeks. So
y'all stay there,
Yes.
meet the dogs. I was asking him if
Now,
they're trained.
when the dogs arrive, right? Because at the training facility in San Antonio, per se, they have lots of dogs. So they don't get to
It's like a dog
cover
pound.
everything, and they don't get to,
it's just the
Re-emphasize it
basic
all.
training
To
that
start.
we do over there in San Antonio. Once we get back to Laredo, this is when we do the real training. We go back with Officer Miguel because he's our trainer, and we stay with him 3 weeks.
So you train, you help
So we
the
bring them up.
officers train their new dogs.
we need to get these dogs squared away before we send them out into the field.
Wow.
And it's
They're
like
doing
everything. I mean, training makes the person, the
Yeah.
handler, and the dog look good. I mean, the job of a handler is to be looking at the dog for any movement. Okay, like an alert. So when they discover drugs, you have to see what are the moves when they are alerting to a specific narcotic. Right? Because sometimes these dogs, it's like anything, like any human being, they get bored, they
Yes.
get frustrated, and they know that if they alert, they're gonna get a toy.
Ah,
These
so
dogs,
that's their incentive.
yes, these dogs are very smart. Says, I can't find it. I smell it, but I can't find it. You know what? I'm gonna alert, so I can get my toy.
Now, I've heard different things, and I'm sure it's wrong information.
I know
but,
what you're gonna ask me.
Yeah, like this came from an older person, and some time back, and this person said, they train the dogs to find drugs by giving them drugs. And I said, I don't think so. Like, I don't think that's how it works. They cannot get a dog, give a dog drugs. I said, that's animal cruelty. I said, if you think about it. But how do you train them to find what you need them to find?
We train with real drugs, with real marijuana, real cocaine, methamphetamine, and heroin. We go to a facility, we hide the narcotic, and the handler's supposed to run that canine through wherever. Okay, this is gonna be the section. There's gonna be one find here. Look for it, and the dog will alert to the narcotic. Once he finds it, he alert to the. But we don't give our dogs any kind of narcotic.
They find it because they learn the scent,
smell, yeah.
and they know this is what I need to find, kind of like a person when they're looking for a fugitive, but you don't give them drugs.
No.
Thank you for answering that. That's a huge misconception here.
Can you
People
imagine?
in Laredo think drugs are given to the canine dogs and they're all high. And they're, no.
Can you imagine when we do a tracking on human, we're gonna give human
You're gonna
meat?
let them eat.
Yeah, human meat to
Can't
the dog.
do that. No.
No, we don't give them drugs. I mean,
Okay.
the dogs will die.
Right? So you're gonna need to keep up. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Now, don't pass him. Okay?
Ooh.
Don't get in front of him.
Oh, okay.
He's the one doing the track.
Okay.
Okay, so all I ask is that you stay behind us. Try and stay with us.
I will.
Okay? If you begin to slack off a little bit, then it's probably best to just retreat.
Okay.
All right? So try and stay with us.
Okay.
When we do find the suspect,
Uh-huh.
stay behind me. Don't get in front of me or to the side or anything like that.
Alright.
And let him, I'm gonna make my commands to the suspect. We'll see what happens. If he surrenders, if he doesn't surrender, if I release him. Sometimes, it's not always gonna be a bite. Sometimes we'll reward him with a toy at the end of it, depending on the situation.
Okay.
Okay?
We're following Dax, our canine dog right now. He's leading us to a suspect, I'm assuming. He's looking for something or someone, and we're trying to keep up. So we gotta go quick and just follow him, stay behind him.
Lutz. What happens is that we'll get a police officer that'll tell us, hey, this was the last place that we saw a suspect run into the brush. So this is where we'll begin our track. Okay, now what we try to do, Plutz. What we'll try and do is tell the police officers to not contaminate the track, which means for them to stay out of the track. So hopefully the only scent in there is the suspects.
Okay.
All right, so Plutz.
In situations like
Let's.
this, we ask the officer, at minimum at least 2 officers, to go with us, behind us, because
Let's.
us as canine handlers, we're concentrating on the dog.
Yes.
Whatever he does, because sometimes they lose track. We have to bring him back and start over where we left. We start again. The officers are concentrating on the surroundings because we're not looking.
No.
I mean, it's like anything. I mean, the suspect is hiding in the place. They have a better advantage. They can see us, but we cannot
You
see them.
cannot see them.
And so, officer safety, that's the reason we ask the officers to always come with us, especially at night.
Yes.
Especially at night.
You guys ready?
Ready?
Cool.
Ready when you are. Well, when he is. Come on.
Sugar boy. Go, Plutz. Good boy. Here. There's an article. Fucking. There's the suspect. That guy, stop fighting my dog! Dax, out! Dax! Out! Here, boost! Booey! Boost!
That's the pup.
That's the fleet that we use when we train. That's his reward right there.
what is it, the sleeve?
Yes.
Wow. So the dog is playing. That's what his reward is. He's playing with that.
Right now, he's just playing. Okay, look, I found the guy. Okay, now it's time for me to play.
Well, I know I don't want to play with him.
They apprehend someone that this is two that we have at the police department that help us out. Instead of the officers going into the brushy area, searching for the guy that is very dangerous. Like I said, I mean, the suspect is hiding in the brushy area. He can see us, but we cannot see them. And that's the reason we have these kind of dogs, so the dog can do the work for us because their sense of smell is so big that they can smell better than a human being.
Yes, and you know what? They're concise. They're efficient. They're a lot quicker than a human would be. And what dogs have as well as the sense of smell is their hearing.
Yes.
They get to hear things that we don't hear, like a dog whistle. We don't hear that. But
yes.
So it's a lot quicker.
Yeah. And that's the reason, the police department bought these dogs, dual purpose, for the same reason, in case we get into situations like this.
Thank you.
We can utilize our dogs, like you said, faster.
It's more efficient.
More efficient.
Less money, less men out on the job.
Exactly. And safer for the officers.
Yes.
That is.
Okay, we can't walk in there with you because we're gonna contaminate the area, right? So the instructions I'm gonna give you are gonna be from here. Hopefully you'll be able to. You see that second door that's open over there?
Where the cabinets are? Okay,
Yes.
next to them. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a door open, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's a closet. You're gonna hide in there.
Okay.
Okay, and before you go in that closet,
Jumping jacks.
you're gonna do 10 jumping jacks.
Okay.
10 or 15 jumping jacks, and then you're gonna hide in there. And that's just because you normally a suspect's running from PD and they hide in the building. They smell a little more.
Hi guys, this is America. We're on Everyone's Laredo, and I'm actually here with the Laredo Police Department, the K9 unit, and they're going to be showing me and you how it is that they find suspects with the K9 dogs. So I actually need to hide. I'm being very quiet, and they're going to find me in a little bit. I'm going to put on a sleeve because the dog's going to bite me. Anyways, I need to be quiet now because they're gonna come in soon. Okay, and I need to do 10 jumping jacks before I close the door.
And I'm gonna watch out for the guys when they start coming in the building with the dog. And I'm gonna shut up now so you can watch. I see them coming in the building. I'm gonna close the door. Okay. I'm kind of I love animals, but I'm actually scared that the dog is going to kill me. And I kind of need my hands and my legs. So, they're coming already.
Laredo Police Department! Anybody that's coming? Last warning! Anybody that's coming? I'll release my car!
The dog.
Door! Door! Get him, Rex! Get him, boy! That's my boy, right? Get him! Suspect, stop! Fighting my dog! Stop fighting my dog! Stay still! Rex! Lost!
I'm like, he can't find me. I'm like, he can't find me. I don't smell.
Well, yeah. No. What happens is that normally we do is we run our dogs off lead, but I think you want to have a little more control of the dog, so just to make things a little safer for you and the dog. So
I was like, I don't know where they are. t-shirt already, so I'm gonna close the door.
Yeah, close that.
Subject, come out with your hands up.
Bring this picture.
Subject, come out with your hands up.
Go ahead, police. You better come out. We're gonna release the dog. Go ahead and step out.
Put your hands. Put your hands. Come on, good girl, mama. Hold her, mama. Hold her.
Here.
Let go.
Thanks.
Let go. Stop still. Let go. Move. Come here. Move. Move. Stop it.
You're good, doggy. Super hot, and the suit is soft but hot. I like that doggy. She's cute. I can control her a little bit better than the first doggy because she's not as heavy. It's fun. I do not want to be a criminal though. Well, thank you so much, everyone, Laredo. This is America saying goodbye. I want to thank the Laredo Police Department K9 unit. They have a tough job. I thought it entailed petting dogs, playing with dogs. I found out today what it actually is. It is a hard job. You gotta get strong to be able to do that, to train with the dog.
Well, it was nice having you guys come out and train with us.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun, actually. Every Friday, I'm off of work. Come here.
Thanks. It was awesome. It was nice having you guys here with us. So thank you very much for coming out here.
It was a ton of fun. I had a blast.
Glad.
Even though I got bitten, it didn't hurt though. I was protected with special uniforms, sleeves, everything. So thank you very, very much.
Yeah.
Proper
Gotta
back.
go loose when you fall. Gotta go loose when you fall.
I wanted to go like this to the dog in the closet, but I forgot because I was actually freaking out. I'm like, they're coming. I'm like, the dog's gonna bite me. But they're cool dogs. Very cool.
Unlike the handlers, you know.
Well, you know, they say that dogs, especially, are just like their owners. They say they look like their owners and they act like their owners.
Sometimes there's exception to the rule.
Well, I don't know. I thought you all bit too. You bit people on the arm.
We're gonna have you walk into the brush.
Okay.
You're gonna hide wherever you want to hide.
So I'm gonna be the fugitive
You're
today.
gonna be the suspect.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
You do what's called the agitator.
Okay.
And then our dogs will track you
Okay.
and hopefully apprehend you.
Are they gonna bite me?
Depending on how you behave.
Wow. That's very interesting.
That's why once we bring them home and they're with us, like I said, 24/7.
That is so
And
weird.
the dogs get attached to us. And we get attached to
Of course, yeah, they're just like, they're like people, you know, but they're animals. But I wanted to ask you, are you like a regular officer? You're just always with your dog.
I do anything that a regular officer does. The only difference that between a regular officer and a canine is that we don't go to like domestics. That give us calls.
You don't need the dog.
This badge will not give us calls on canine request. But we attend. We help out DEA.
Okay, yeah. A lot of that here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone that needs a canine will go and deploy our dogs.
Say hello. Hello. You do the parade wave. The beauty queen wave.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, okay. He perfected it.